welcome back to this list of demos on the Py-EVM. So as I said in the previous video, we will get into more details in this video about the actual source code editing. So in this example, we're going to take a look at the base.py file. So this essentially is how your chain and blockchain is going to be run. So if we come all the way down to how we define how blocks get created and how mining chains are run, which we come down here, and if I can get up just one line, there we go. So we can see our class mining chain right here. So in main.py, we'll go take a look at right here. We do have a mining chain, which will be right here, class. So we have our mining chain, we come back to the base Py. So when we use the mining chain, we're going to say we're in the apply transaction method. This should then go into the proof of work and print out the proof of work stuff. And then we can see the transaction that we apply to, and we get the receipt. Print those out. Then we have the header with the receipt. Then we set our transactions equal to block transactions. We get the receipts from those transactions. We print those out right there. If we come down here, we then, when we add a new block, and this is how we add it, it's just the source code of what it is. We're going to say that we have a new header for a new block. Now we're grabbing the current block. We're going to see the current block in tuple format. I was able to cast this successfully and it print out so we could read it instead of just pointing at an object in the memory. And then we have the results of the mine block. So that's going to be the thing that satisfied the proof of work algorithm. And then we're going to print out the block that was mined. So if we come back up here, we did change the difficulty back to 1 just so this runs quickly. And if you increase the difficulty, we're starting to get to the point where logs could get lost if you don't know what you're looking for. So each one of these steps, we're adding more and more logs and they're building on top of each other. I'm just showing you which ones they correspond to so you can do your own custom logs that if you want, but this is just how I'm just doing the demos right now. So we're gonna run the application and we're gonna take a look at the logs. So we're gonna go back up, and I always look for the headers that we did. So we had this stuff before. Oh, also in the transactions, let's move that over here, the transactions.py, there's a couple of the things that I edited. So we're going to print the transaction parts for the creation of the transaction. And we're going to print our VRS output. This is when we run our signature, which we have right here, which we can see right here. We run it through this kind of function that splits it up. I need the remainder of the VMR as well. And we print those out so we can look at those in the logs. So let's look for, in the logs, these are the transaction parts. So we have our thing that always prints out. And I also uncommented a line. So the sender's private key just decoded for just something cool to see. So we are looking for, these are the transaction parts. This. It's here somewhere, but we can go look for that base.py outputs right here. So if we go back to here, we can see the base.py. We're looking for, we have a new header for the block, which is easy to see, which is right here. So that's the new block header. Then we grab the current block, and this is the current block in the tuple format. So we have the parent hash, so the hash of the block we just mined, the uncle hash, the Coinbase. So no one's going to get rewarded or account XO1 will get rewarded. We have our state root, our transaction, everything like this. But the way we would see it in the, if we were to capture it over wire, it's just all these things appended to each other. Come down here, no extra data. We have our mix hash of nothing because it's the new block, and we don't know that mix hash of the nonce. Come down here, this is our unsigned transaction. That's a signed transaction because it was contained in the block. And we have the result of the mine block, which is right here. This just points to a witness. A lot of these things you can't cast to tuples, it seems, and I'm just trying to cast it to an object that I can view it in. But we see our mining output of block 1, the mixed digest that got it, and this the proof of work that we've seen before. So as we continue to get deeper and deeper into this, you'll get more and more logs, and they'll get longer and longer, and it's just been a joy to work with, and it's a fantastic sandbox if you want to learn how Python EVM or Ethereum in general works. Well, thank you so much for watching. Bye.